If you happen to find a land record with a description listed with township, range, and section, you will want to try and find a county plat book that shows where this location is. If you're lucky, you will find a plat map with your relatives listed. County plat maps show the layout of the townships in the county. Many of the plat maps also show the people who own the land in each of the townships. These two maps come from a plat map of Davis County, Missouri in 2011. The maps were created by Mapping Solutions. The map on the left shows the township and the range numbers that make up each township, and the page showing the owners of the land in that township. The map on the right gives the names of the townships. For example, the area in Township 59 North and Range 29 West can be found on page 28 and 29 in the plat book. Looking at the map on the right, we see that that township is called Jefferson Township. When referring to these, it's much easier to say Jefferson Township than Township 59 North, Range 29W. People have an easier way to identify it by a name. So how do you find county plat maps? Library of Congress has many of the plat maps available to view online. You can use the Library of Congress website, but I find that if you just do a Google search for the county and the words plat map, you often can find the map provided through the Library of Congress. You can contact the counties for newer plat books, but to obtain an old one, you usually need to contact the county or state libraries or historical societies. Let's take a look at a few plat books and see how they can help you learn more about your ancestors. I found this map through a Google search. It is provided through the Library of Congress. George A. Ogle and Company are the contributors, and the map is of Crawford County, Iowa in 1908. This is for Morgan Township. Notice how it is numbered. Each number represents a section. If you are not familiar with the layout, please see the previous video called the Public Land Survey System, which shows how townships are referenced by township range and section numbers. Reference in land records often refer to these sections, townships, and ranges. Let's take a closer look. Here we see that Peter Paulson owned two pieces of property. One is in Section 4 and the other is in Section 5 of Morgan Township. The 160 refers to the acres. It is fun to see our relatives in these maps. The important thing is to look around the map and see if you recognize any other names. Notice that in Section 5 is A.U.G. Paulson, and in Section 7 is N. Paulson. This happens to be his brothers August and Nicholas. If you don't know where your family came from, you can research some of the names on these maps and see where they came from. Many of these areas were settled by people coming from the same countries or from the same counties in another state. It is common for sisters to move to the same areas also, but since their last name is different, it might not be as easy to spot. I want to show you what I found online. I did a search for Crawford County, Indiana, where my relatives are from, and I found this plat book, and it is stored at the Indiana State Library in Indianapolis. And I just wanted to go through it. So we see here is the Boone Township, and this is the river here, and we can see some of the sections there. And this is Jennings Township. I'm just going to go through this. Johnson Township. These are all in Morgan, Indiana. Liberty, Ohio. Patoka. Sterling. I just wanted to give you an idea. So sometimes you can actually find the whole plat book. Now, if we wanted to turn this, it says rotate, so we could rotate it. until we've got it. Oh, we've got it sideways. Let's try that again. Okay. There we go. Now we've got it the right side up. And then you can make it bigger. And again here we can see, so J. Leonard owned this and it was 205 acres and it's in section 9. Here is section 9 right here. So here's a 40-acre piece, and from my previous video, this would be divided into fours. This would be the northwest corner, and then that would be divided again. So this would be the northwest corner of the northwest corner. And I know that's really confusing. You have to watch my previous video to understand how these are divided up. But that's how that, for that A king, it looks like he owns the 40 acres here and 40 acres here in this section 4. Anyways, you can see on these sections, let's go down, how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and how it goes in that format. And that's how they do these. Now 24, 26, and then it goes down to 36. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that they're not really easy to find, but sometimes you can find these plats, plat books, or a map of the township that you're looking for. Union happens to be one of the counties that my family lived in, but I did not see on this book the year that it was. And so if you can't find the year, what you may have to do is research some of the names that are on there, find them in census records, and it will give you an idea of the time frame that these plat books or plat maps were created in. Happy hunting!